Well, we survived the first year. Actually, we did more than survive the first year. We came 8th, just saying. But second season syndrome can happen to anybody. Let's hope it doesn't happen to us here at Leeds United. It's time for season 3. The Premier League is beckoning. Yes, hello viewers, welcome to Season 3 of my Leeds United FM20 save. I hope that you were all well and keeping safe, and without further ado, let's crack into what happened over the summer. Now first off, I'm sorry that it wasn't a stream, okay? I know we were all kind of toying with the idea of maybe doing a stream, but I think it was such a big window, I just wanted to sit down and try and go through it as best that I could on my own. I can't do a stream every single window, but I do think you guys are going to be pleased with some of the signings that I've made. I know I am, so hopefully that's enough. But, as always, we will start with the out, starting with Kiko Casilla, who we sold to Blackburn for £1.5 million. Didn't really cut it at Premier League level, lost his place to Angus the Steak Gun eventually, and that kind of tells you all you need to know. He was on a very high wage as well, so I just had to let him go. Another stalwart of the Leeds United team, Adam Forshaw, has gone. We sold him to Huddersfield for £6.5 million. Luke Ayling ran out of his contract and was released on a free. He's now at QPR. This one I am a bit annoyed about. We signed Helder Costa, or I didn't sign Helder Costa. Whoever came up with the loan agreement signed Helder Costa for £14 million. I managed to only sell him for 8.5, but he's now gone to Troyes, who actually spent a fair bit of money on a couple of our players, him being one of them. The other one is Jason. And yes, you're wondering, he was only at you for one season, Mike. The best thing about Jason was that I bought him in for £7 million. He didn't cut the mustard. So what did I do? Sold him on only 1 year later for £13 million. So therefore made a £6 million profit. I think it's not a bad deal. You look at that, 25 appearances, 3 goals, 2 assists, and 1 man of the match. It's not really good enough. And this isn't a sale at all, but I wanted to bring to your attention our first real top quality regen called Ellis Agbula. Look at this. He's an advanced playmaker. He's absolutely brilliant. He's only 18 years old, and I've loaned him out to Exeter. I just wanted to bring him to your attention because this is a guy who's definitely going to play a big part in this save at some point or another. I've not seen a guy like this since Simba Bentley in my Arsenal save. In terms of a new gen, he's absolutely fantastic. He didn't get much time last year, so what I've done is I've sent him off to League 2 to go and learn what it's like to go and play at football properly at a good level, and he's going to be a first team player for them. He's everything that you want. He's not exactly short, he's pretty heavy as well, so he's well rounded, physically very good, mentally incredible for such a young age, and technically has already got some very impressive stats. So one for the future, look out for Ellis Agbula. Now, I've made a number of interesting signings over the summer, so we'll go with the ones that aren't so interesting to start with. And by that I mean there's a youngster here I got called Daniel Castro. I bought him in from Emelec, who are, I have no idea where Emelec are, to be fair, in Ecuador. He's an Ecuador international, is Daniel Castro, so he's going to be very, very good. Bought him in for 150k, and when you look at what he's got here, 150k is an absolute snip. He's 19 years old, he's going to be absolutely brilliant for us. Good advanced playmaker, a lot of the mental stats are what really brought me to him. Physically, he will get better. He's a light-hearted individual, so he's going to be good fun to have around the camp, and I'm very excited to have him here, but I needed to get him away on loan because that was just part of the deal, but one to look out for the future. I've been kind of abusing the loan system again, but this is one that I had to get him when I saw he was available. Matteo Guendouzi joins the club from Arsenal, only on loan. We're paying 150k a month for him, but more importantly is that we are paying 50k of his wages, but we've got a sensational midfield option now. What I've done is I've gotten rid of some of the chaff that we had in the midfield, like Adam Forshaw, this, that and the other, and just upgraded it one more go to people that have played at Premier League level and I know are good enough. So I've got 4 excellent central midfielders. We'll get onto the other ones later. But Matthew Guendouzi, a player that we're all pretty familiar with, he can become a bit of a wonder kid on this game. 22 years old now, not really broken into the Arsenal first team. I expect that under my tutelage he will improve no end. Another loan signing I bought in is Felix Correa, who I've bought in from Manchester City on loan as well. Looks very solid for a youngster, 20 years old, Portuguese. The best thing about him is that he can play on either wing, and he's pretty decent on the left and on the right. Pace to burn, which is always a good sign. Very good mentals as well for such a young age. Technicals could use a bit of work, but crossing and dribbling and first touch all very high, as well as the technique of 15 and work rate of 14. He's exactly what I kind of want in this team. He suits in with the youngsters that we got here. He is described as a wonder kid, and maybe a player that I might be looking to get depending on how he gets on this season. You're wondering how many people I've signed, haven't you? The answer is loads. And ignore the red arrows on Joshua King. He will get much better. I needed to bring him in mainly because he's got Premier League experience. He can play out on the left-hand side and he can also play up front. He's got numerous goals in his career at this level, mainly for Bournemouth. He's a player that's experienced and I just needed him in. He's still got that explosive pace and strength that we need for a guy up front. He's not going to be my number one striker. I'm going to put that out there right now, but I think he should easily get us maybe 5 to 10 goals a season, which could help us stay up. You just don't know. But for 4.6 million, it's not bad. And this player I am very excited about. Hello, Nicholas Opoku. He's not rated brilliantly in terms of star ratings, but I look at his attributes and I think, yes, this guy, Ghanaian, 23 years old, originally from Amiens, and then we bought him from Udinese. He's absolutely brilliant. Physically, a tank. Mentally, very good. Will probably get better as well because he is still only 23 years old. And in terms of his physicals, the more important things is heading is 16, marking is 14, and tackling is 14. At this level, it's pretty decent. At a good Premier League level, that's all you really require. Best thing about him is that I got him for £5.25 million from Udinese, which I think is an absolute snip. His passing's not bad at 12 either. Very, very pleased with Nicholas Opoku. The signings just keep on coming. Welcome, Dominic Greif. 24-year-old Slovakian, same age as Angus Gunn. He is coming to replace Kiko Casilla, and it's good that we're going to have two young goalkeepers competing against each other for our number one jersey. At the moment, Greif probably just about takes it. Patrick Roberts has joined the club. Patrick Roberts is a player that we're all pretty familiar with. Very good technically, not brilliant physically in terms of actual strength or anything like that, but acceleration of 16, pace of 15 is pretty good. Flair off the ball, all very solid ones. We bought him in for 6.75 million, so actually, when I look at it now, I do think it is a little bit of a bargain. It could grow, I think, to around about £10 million, depending on how many appearances and stuff he makes, but I'm very happy to have got him in. Potentially a live wire, could be incredible. We don't know yet. We do have another 3 signings after this one to go, but this guy was actually my most expensive signing during the window. Ryan Niambe, who I have bought in from Crystal Palace, who bought him from Blackburn. And the reason why I bought him in on the cheap is because Crystal Palace got relegated last year. Physically, there are a few players better in the game, in my mind, than Ryan Niambe. Technically, crossing and dribbling is not brilliant. I'm hoping that we can improve on that. But as from a defensive point of view, he's very good. Work rate of 16 is good. Determination of 17 is also very good. Concentration of 14 is decent. He's a good player. Now, this is a player that, in a lot of my saves, people want me to go and have a look at, and I'm finally got him in. Ebere Eze. I have no idea how you say his first name. I'm pretty sure that's how you say the second name. If not, correct me in the comment section. I am buzzing to have this chap in. Bought him in from QPR, who obviously got relegated last year. Best thing about him is that he can play in the middle and or on the left. Absolutely got, like, attributes for days. He just looks brilliant. He's still only 23. English again helps with the dynamics, but from an attacking point of view, he's got everything you want. The 17 flair is what stands out for me. 16 dribbling. Basically, get him in a one-on-one, and he's going to roast people for days. He's absolutely brilliant, and I bought him in for a mere £11 million, which is nothing compared to some of the prices that you have to get him for on this game. Didn't have the best year last year for QPR, but they were a team that struggled. I think it's more with the players around him than to do with him. Whenever I've played him, he's proved to be a bit of a pain in the arse, and I'm hoping that he'll be the same for me, but against opposition. Yeah. Now, the last 2 players are both striking options because, as we know, Joshua Zirkzee and Sean-Kevin Augustin have not come back. They were loan options, and I said I needed to buy strikers that were guaranteed to get me goals in the Premier League. One of them has been to the Premier League before, and I know that he's going to cause controversy, but I'm so happy to have him. And the other one is a player that I've been wanting to have for a number of years since I had him on FM18. I had him briefly on Arsenal, but he wasn't quite the same. But welcome. I mean, was there any doubt? Was there ever any doubt? On loan from Bayern Munich, Fiat Arp is incredible. He's athletically brilliant. He's mentally excellent. He's technically brilliant as well. He got only 1 goal and 7 appearances for Bayern, which isn't impressive, but I expect him to get a lot of goals this year. I think he's going to be absolutely brilliant. I've only got him in on loan. Annoyingly, I want to buy him, but only in on loan for the time being. I reckon that he, though, under my tutelage, could be absolutely amazing. And I'm hoping he'll get high double figures this year in terms of goals. We need him to play that Joshua Zirkzee role from last year. However, if Fiat Arp does not cut the mustard, it's not good that I'm laughing, is it? If he doesn't cut the mustard, then never fear. For Mario Balotelli is here. 30-year-old Mario Balotelli Why? I don't know. I saw him. I couldn't help myself. I saw Mario Balotelli. If we ever get a penalty, we're in business. He's got 19 penalty taking. He's still physically pretty decent. Mentally, he's mental. We all know that about Mario Balotelli, but it's part of the fun that you get with him. And technically, he's still great. On paper, he looks brilliant. He's just absolutely balmy, and we all know that about him. He can just be brilliant one day, awful the next. I'm hoping I'll get the best out of him. I think he's just a guy that needs to be loved. And I can do that. I know that I can. So there you are. 11 new signings. Oh, and we also bought Lucas Mai back on loan. Right, so now that is all out of the way, and that's probably half an hour of the video gone. We're away at Anfield. Hooray, hooray, yeah. Oh. You can already hear my sigh when this fixture list came out. Just, not again. There are no easy games in the Premier League, so we might as well start off with one of the hardest ones, don't we? And then just build up from there. That's the way I'm looking at it. And to clarify, we'll look at what happened last year then. So in terms of going down, Fulham, Crystal Palace and QPR all went down. And we are joined by Southampton, Watford and Cardiff. So, this is the new lineup, and you can tell from the star rating, it's much better than it was last year. So, Greif is in goal to start off this year, which is a bit harsh on the stake, but we thought we might as well go with it. Lukaku's at left back. Mai and Van Hudson retain their partnership in the centre of defence. Opoku is not quite ready, I don't think, to face Liverpool yet. Nyambe will be playing on the right-hand side, though. He should be very familiar with Liverpool, so I'm hoping he'll have a good day today. Phillips and Guendouzi make up your midfield in there, which is a bit harsh on Seb. Again, had a very good year last year, but I think Guendouzi maybe offers me a little bit more, and he's also got more Premier League experience. Eze is on the left, Cuisance is in the middle, and then Patrick Roberts is on the right. And of course, it's Super Mario up front. I mean, it just does not get... I got Mario Balotelli up front. Well, this is good. They've only got Paulo Dybala. There's no Salah from what I can see, which is a good start. But they got the best player in the world at the moment, which is Sadio Mane. And he is something special. Right, away we go. New partnerships to be built. Let's get into it. Oh, God, there's a highlight already in the first 30 seconds. Oh, no, it's Mane into Naby Keita. Keita's driving through. Well, Angus is probably looking at that and having a bit of a laugh at me, I'd imagine. The steak is probably laughing. Oh, what have I done here? Greif. I mean, he's causing me grief. That is... It's not how you want to start your season, is it? Anyone remember any goalies that made a complete clanger on their debut? Well, he's made a save, apparently, because he's just turned the ball behind. So we know that he can actually save it, which is good, because that's kind of primarily what he's there for. Dybala whipping the ball in. Van Dijk doesn't win it. Now, on the break, Patrick Roberts. Away we go. Use your pace. Look at Mario. Look, he's just busting a gut to get into the box. I've played the game now for around about 7 months, and I still find that you cannot create a really good defensive formation. Eventually, the game will break you down. Usually, the best way to defend is to attack, but at the moment, I'm just feeling like Liverpool could score whenever they felt like it. But ultimately, what we have to remember is that it'd be 0-0 if Greif could remember how to pick up a ball. This is nice. Lukaku. Go on, I was going to say Romelu. It's not Romelu. It's Jordan. Right, Eze on the ball. Drifts inside. Phillips. Lovely ball. Cuisance. That's a pass of some variety. Virgil. This is brilliant. I mean, now they're on the counter and Mane's definitely going to score this. What a ball by Mane to Solomon. What a goal from Liverpool. Literally, in the blink of an eye. It was in the blink of an eye. I thought, oh, you know what? We've done really well here. We've moved our way up the pitch. It's some good football. Literally 2 seconds later, bang, we're 2-0 down. I mean, this ball from Mane is just... like, how in the world has he got it that pinpoint? And Greif, again, brilliant goalkeeping, I have to say. It's not been good, safe to say. It's not been great, has it? Every time there's a highlight, I'm just sweating in trepidation, really, of how bad it could be. Patrick Roberts, go on. He skins Andy Robertson there. Roberts, lovely. Oh, it's a decent save by Alisson. But we've had a highlight success. I've completed FM. I've had a highlight against Liverpool. Well, 2-0. Crap, I think is the word I would use. Tell the boys their performance has been excellent. Just guess that's been terrible. Come on. Well, we've had 1 shot on target. They've had 7. They've had 16 shots to our 2. So, problems. But we've won a corner. This is where Mario comes in. I mean, he's already given it the up here, mate. He loves it. Mario's keen. He wants a goal. Van Hudson. Lovely. Right, Nyambe's got some room here. Yeah, okay. Don't use it. Van Hudson, love it. Right, Roberts. He's been pretty good at today, actually. Any kind of outlet we've had has been Patrick Roberts. He's the one player that sort of impressed me a bit today. Calvin, that's a great ball. Super Mario! Balotelli! Oh, it's a great save. But that's the threat that Mario provides. He just drifts in because everyone thinks, oh, it's alright. He's not bothered. Bang, out of nowhere, comes in. Oh, he nearly jumped for a header there. Good. He's actually done alright as Mario. I'm taking the piss, but actually, he's been pretty good. Thank God they're taking Firmino off. Even though he didn't score, he was absolutely wrecking me today. But Mane's just next level. He's literally just one man taking the game away from me completely. You look at it here, like Van Dijk and that played at 7, so it's obvious that we've kind of got the ball forward quite a bit, and they've had to do some defending, which is nice. It's not like we've just sat back and not done anything. Trent whips in the ball, and Sadio Mane gets the goal that his performance deserves. It's 3-0. It just shows how far off the big boys we really are. It really does. When we're playing them at home, at Ellen Road, different matter entirely. But away from home, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Hey! Greif caught it! Well done. To be fair, apart from that one mistake that I'm going to try and choose to forget, he's been very good as Greif. He's actually made a couple of saves. He's been pretty decent. And we're moving forward with the ball. Shackleton over the top to Mario. Mario loves it. What an effort. What a player. Goals for days. What have I done? What have I done? Well, we ended up having 7 shots in the end. I think that's pretty good. We got absolutely battered. Absolutely battered. I'm just going to say, it would have been nice to win, but it wasn't to be. And you know what? In all fairness, that's pretty much how I have to treat it. Well, I guess the case is, where do we come back then? I'll tell you what, actually. We're going to go for a couple of teams that we've not seen a lot of. And one of them is going to be Norwich away, because the 6-0 from last year still wrangles me. So we're going to come back from Norwich away. And Southampton at home. We'll forget the big games this year, because again, I don't think we're going to get anywhere. Maybe till the end of the season we might put some big games in, depending on what's going on in the league. But for the next one will be Norwich and Southampton, which I think would make some pretty tasty fixtures, especially the revenge one again at Carrow Road. We need to avenge what happened last year. Just thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do drop a like on the video, share and subscribe, and I shall see you next time for hopefully some revenge against the Canaries. Until I see you there, stay cool. Let me know what you think of my signs in the comments section. I'm ready for the Balotelli hate.